Welcome to Bow Ties, Sometimes Cool with myself, Ashley, and Ed. Good evening, Ed. You're there in
Good
your
evening,
summer
Ash.
house.
I'm what, sorry?
I think you're there in your summer house, aren't you, Ed?
I'm in the summer house today. It's a lovely day. I'm not in the usual place. Sitting back, relaxing in the old summer house there to record this.
Crikey, how the other half live. And this evening, Edward, we are going to be talking about. Well, actually, do you know what? I'll do the intro. In 1972, a crack commander unit was sent to prison by a military court for a crime they didn't commit. These men promptly escaped from maximum security stockade to the Los Angeles Underground. Today, still wanted by the government, they survived as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire the A-Team.
So we're doing the A-Team then?
No, I just like to say that for fun. Yeah, of course. You won't have seen much of this back in the day, Ed, because it conflicted. It was conflict of TV schedules, I suspect.
Huge conflict of interest and conflict of TV schedules. It had the temerity to be on, and Robin of Sherwood the same, had the temerity to be on at the same time as Doctor Who. I mean, Colin Baker or George Peppard. I mean, sorry, George, but you know.
Oh,
so I've seen it. I've seen the odd episode of it. I'm aware of it. I know all the cliches about it. I know who the actors are in it, but I can't say I was a regular watcher.
No, it's too late to start now. Well, actually, no, it's not, because there's not that many episodes, and there was only 5 seasons, so you could watch it. You could watch it, Ed. I wouldn't do that to you though. I wouldn't subject you to it. But we got an absolutely cracking cast on this. We've got George Peppard.
Oh, he's daring me. Wait.
He loves the risk, the danger. He loves the jazz.
One more step and I got it. I got it now!
We've got Dirk Benedict.
We did not come here to drink, Herr Struthers.
What did you come here for?
Well, altogether, including monies unjustly appropriated, interest, damages, incidentals, on a minor fee for our collection service, $166,200.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, that's rounded off to the nearest hundred.
Yeah.
Oh, you think my guys and I have been taking money for some fruit peddlers and you expect that I should pay it back?
Yeah, if you would be so kind.
Well, I want to tell you, I don't carry that kind of money with me, and even if I had, I wouldn't be able to pay it back to you this particular moment.
Don't take my proposal too lightly.
Hey, so what do you want?
$166,200.
Dwight Schultz.
Right Carpet Flight 86 now ready for boarding. All passengers holding tickets will now be on board.
It's got some structural weakness in the wing struts, and it won't hold you if you start in your aerobatics. Remember, keep an eye on the silks. If it starts to shred, take it down.
I didn't know you cared, sweetheart. I will find civilization, muchacho. I will bring back reinforcements.
Man is crazy.
Yeah, but it's a good kind of crazy.
And Mr. T.
Where we going?
Keep on going. We're going to turn right up here.
I ain't going to no airport, Hannibal. I ain't gonna fly with that crazy fool Murdoch.
Did I mention Murdoch?
Murdoch?
We're not going to the airport, VA.
Isn't Murdoch kind of crazy?
If he's flying, then we are dying.
Turn right up there.
What you doing, sucker?
I think I'll get out for a minute.
What's going on here? This road leads directly to the airport, Hannibal.
This road is nowhere near the airport. Now, VA, you're gonna have one of your anxiety blackouts. And now, take it easy, BA. Take it easy.
Why'd he hit you?
Hit me. If he hit me, I'd be in the hospital.
And then a bit later on, we had Robert Vaughn make a bit of a guest appearance for the final series.
Want me to dial for you?
But I didn't really like the final season particularly. The first 4 were great. The first 2 were, I felt, exceptional. But I suppose that's always the case, really. And then after a while, maybe you run out of stories, or I don't know. But you know, the first series was brilliant. But I mean, you won't know things like this, Ed, because you won't have seen it. But so, what colour's the 18 van, Ed?
It's black with a red stripe.
Well, to be fair, that was probably what 9 times out of 10 people would answer, because that's what people remember it as being. And I think a lot of the merchandise was black with the red stripe, but it was black, red stripe, and then the top half of it was dark grey.
Looks like we might get lucky. It's going down. Let's go. Going somewhere? Now, you mind telling us what you're gonna do with that car?
Hey, you know something? Wrong car. That's my car. Hey, man, he's taking my van! Oh, baby, stop acting like a crybaby. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. The little guys in the van, they got my plans. He's been planting it. Oh, they'll probably cut off a leaf and send it to me to prove they got him. Hannibal, we gotta do something!
Well,
I
shows
know.
what I know.
Okay, so Ed, who did they play then?
So George Peppard played Hannibal Smith.
Yeah.
Dwight Schultz played H.M. Murdoch, standing for Howling Mad Murdoch. Oh gosh, what's his name? Face. Templeton Peck. Dirk Benedict played Templeton Peck, whose face, and Mr. T played B.A. Bad Attitude Baracus.
Oh, I'm impressed with that one. I didn't know whether you were going to know the Bad Attitude. Now, this TV series, apparently George Peppard thought it was all put in place for him, but rumour has it really it was all written for Mr. T. So I think the Mr. T version of the events is the real truth of it. But I think George Peppard, he wasn't a very nice person, apparently, which I think he would say himself. I think he introduced himself to people and said, I'm not a very nice man.
George was extraordinarily professional in many ways. The very first day that I came to the set of the A-Team, I walked into the makeup trailer, and there was George, and he came up and said, "How do you do? George Peppard here. I'm not a very nice man." That so help me God, that was what he said to me. And no, he said, "No, I used to be a drunk. I tell everybody that. I'm not a drunk anymore. My wife says I hit her with a frying pan. She'd be dead if I'd hit her with a frying pan." But George was a movie star. You know, he was, you know, the carpetbaggers. He was a huge flame in New York City in the Actors Studio. Women were just running after him. He said, I've run through $30 million. don't you make the same mistake. See, the movie stars they sometimes think that everybody lives like they do, but George was very competitive. And Mr. T was really the huge draw when the show opened. And George didn't like that because he was the star. And he once, when the show hit #1 for the first time in the first season, George got up on the hood of a car and said, "As the star of this show," and Mr. T turned around and went into his trailer. And Dirk and I were left standing there. So George took control of the set.
But at least he set his stall out, yeah? So I suppose then it almost gave him the right to be rude to them, because like, I told you so.
That's the way the game works. You see, you got all 4 of them, but by not getting it, then they come in at the end.
Listen, I would like to tell you, Alan, that I think this is a wonderful game, and I really enjoy playing it, but...
here we go.
But the forms we have to sign in order to play that game, I want to discuss with you later in the program. I want the audience to know that there's some terrible things they make us do before we're allowed to play this game.
George Peppard has a complaint to make about this very program, not the program.
No, not the way it's played. It's the NBC executives, and I hope everybody writes them a letter.
Oh, no.
Now, wait 1 minute. I think that I should do... Would you like me to complain some more about this?
No. I'd like you to explain your complaint. Don't complain anymore, just explain.
All right, well, here's the thing, friends. I think you should know that before we do this program, that is did they make you sign that form, too?
I don't know what form you mean.
All right, well, there's a form that says that you won't cheat, you won't steal, you won't kick your mother, you won't tell anybody, you're not getting any prizes. It goes on and on and on like you were some crook. Well, now, it is really unnecessary in this game. I mean, everybody around this game is paranoid about the truth. They're very careful. And we even have somebody from NBC who watches us. Now, that gets into the police state mentality, and I do not think it's necessary, and I personally resent it, Mr. Silverman and the rest of you. Would you all write him a letter and tell him to stop that?
But he'd done a good few roles over the years. Well, what was the one that he did with Audrey Hepburn?
Was it Breakfast at Tiffany's?
Yes. Yeah, he does look good in that, though. Yeah, he does look good in that, doesn't he?
Holly, I'm in love with you.
So what?
So what? So plenty. I love you. You belong to me.
No. People don't belong to people.
Of course they do.
I'm not gonna let anyone put me in a cage.
I don't want to put you in a cage. I want to love you.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not. Holly?
I'm not Holly. I'm not Lula May either. I don't know who I am. I'm like Cat here. We're a couple of no-name slobs. We belong to nobody, and nobody belongs to us. We don't even belong to each other.
If you've seen, I've only seen snippets of it, so he did that one. So that was good. Dirk Benedict, what a cool guy. Although, did you ever see when Justin Lee Collins did bring back the A-Team?
No, didn't see that either.
He did an ambush. I'll send you a link, and he basically tried to get the whole team back together. So he interviewed Mr. T, Dirk Benedict, Dwight Schultz, and then a few of the other ladies as well. Anyway, when he ambushed, because Dirk Benedict, he said, "Are you Dirk Benedict?" Well, of course he's Dirk Benedict. But Dirk Benedict goes, "No, it's not me. You got the wrong guy." How?
You all right, guys? Is that Dirk Benedict? No. That's Dirk Benedict. That's Dirk Benedict. Oh, rock him wrong. Excuse me, I'm really sorry to bother you. Are you Mr. Dirk Benedict?
Who are you?
Yes, you are.
Who is this?
Dirk Benedict, a.k.a. Face from the A-Team.
Wrong guy.
Dirk, my name is Justin. I'm from Channel 4 in England.
Well, you're a long way from home.
I'm a long way from home.
You must be lost.
Doing a show called Bring Back the A-Team, and of course you were a big part of the show. You remember the A-Team?
I do.
Thank God.
I started that, as I remember. I was big in that show. I carried that show pretty much.
Can I sit, do you think?
Sure.
Thank you. Dirk, is this all right? Because
It's a little nerve-wracking.
Let me cut to the chase, Dirk.
I wish you would.
You were face man in the A-Team for 4 years between.
I'm usually quite good at this, but I'm not used to being ambushed.
Well, this is brilliant because.
So you're going to bring us back?
I am doing this Bring Back show called Bring Back the A-Team. I would love to reunite you with your fellow castmates.
That would be nice, actually. If you can get some of the guys back together, I would join you.
Come on, there you have it, Dirk Benedict. I love it when a plan comes together.
Dwight Schultz, Harley Mad Murdoch. apparently, most people believe that he's the most popular member of the team. He's certainly, in terms of test audiences, always got the best reactions on screen. So I do like him. I think it's seeing him in Face for me. I always feel like I could have been Face, yeah? Smooth.
Oh, yeah.
You know, do what I want. Yeah. Get the ladies. Hey. One of my overriding memories of the A-Team is the fact that they can always build something. Well, Mr. T especially can build tanks and stuff out of anything. Just go into a garden shed for half an hour and he comes out with a military-grade tank.
Lady, couple boats, fresh paint, it'd be good as new.
How do I get into these things?
And there's that cliche about them, they get locked up in a place with all the things they need to build to make the tank.
Yeah, always, always. Luckily, wherever they get locked up, there always seems to be a blowtorch there as well, so they can weld everything together. So
it's one of the things, I think it's the law in the A-Team, you can't lock the A-Team up unless you leave them a blowtorch. It's probably in the contract.
Yeah. And during the whole 5 series, there was thousands of bullets fired. Only one person ever got hit, and that was Mr.
Did anyone ever get killed in the A-Team? Because there was all that joke about no one ever got killed. Was there any fatalities in the A-Team?
No. Never fatalities. And I say, just Mr. T came a bit of a cropper in the first season.
These things happen, man. I remember that time in Nam when you were supposed to be watching the back door of that Chinese dance hall? And I slipped and cut myself on that Coke bottle that you dropped? Did I get mad? No. These things happen.
Shot in the leg. He's lost a lot of blood, Doctor.
All right, bring him here. Put him on the table. How long ago did it happen?
3 o'clock this morning.
Was he unconscious for any length of time?
No. Can you help him?
Better hope so, sucker.
But that was the only time. And it's just ridiculous. I mean, well, I say it's ridiculous, but I love it. I just love it.
You've got those cliches as well. The things you hear about the A-Team. It's like B.A. Baracus hated flying. And didn't they always trick him with a glass of milk? And he fell for it every time?
Yeah, it was milk, or there was like, oh, hang on, take these tablets for such and such, or there was one where they were pretending that there was lots of mosquitoes and they were starting to hit each other back and then injected him with something to knock him out. Because he never cottoned on. Oh, they're walking towards in an airport. I wonder what you could be doing in an airport. I don't know. You can give me on a plane, fool. You don't get on with it. So, Edward, I'm just going to put a load of clips in, to be honest with you, because there isn't loads of facts. And to be honest, I don't really have much to say about this, but I just wanted an excuse to do it and put lots of clips on YouTube because I love the A-Team.
And on that bombshell,
we've been bow ties are sometimes cool. Ed, don't you love it when a plan comes together?
I love it when a plan comes together.